One more time, congratulations to the 2026 40 under 40 class. Throughout the rest of the night, you're going to have an opportunity. We want you to cheer and whistle, hoot, holler, do whatever you need to help support the 40 under 40s throughout tonight. It's a great night for us to be here tonight to celebrate the work of these 40 under 40s. My name is Chris Konetsky. I'm the president and group publisher of Business Publications Corp. I'm excited for what I know is going to be a fun night, and we're going to have an opportunity to learn about the best and brightest that we have in this community. As you know, we're fortunate to have this talented group of folks working each and every day at their jobs and for our community. As we celebrate another 40 under 40 class, I'm reminded why our founder, Connie Weimer, started this program over a quarter of a century ago. There was a lot of concern then, as there is now, and I think every generation has the same trait that comes up. Will there be enough leadership? Will the next group lead in the same way? Are there going to be enough young leaders that are going to assume the mantle and become leaders in our community? Connie believed that the talent was already here. It just needed opportunities and a platform for their work to be elevated and amplified and aided along. And that's why we do 40 under 40. You're going to hear me say some version of this tonight as we go forward. Each of these folks is working so hard, not only in their business, but also within the community, serving on boards, starting nonprofit organizations, working on challenges, some of the toughest things that we navigate in this community. And so my ask of you tonight is to listen, look for the opportunities that you can find to help them on the pathway that they are to help solve those challenges. I know that that's one of the beauties of this community is that we have the resources, the time, the treasure, the talent, and the people give back in this community. So you're going to have 40 opportunities to hear from people in this community that are working on things all across the spectrum. So I'd encourage you to find that opportunity, find somebody that you can help give a little extra boost to, find more than one if you want as you go forward tonight. Soon you're going to have a chance to meet each of them, but before I do, I want to thank our supporting sponsors, Delta Dental, Bailey, Flynn Wright, the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business, and UMB. I also want to thank our venue sponsor, Prairie Meadows, and our Alum of the Year sponsor, Willis Auto. Let's give them one big round of applause as well. Along with the corporate table supporters as well in the room, thank you for helping power today's program. We couldn't put on a program like this without the support of the community. So thank you for your support. We're going to get to hear from each of our honorees tonight, but as you can imagine, each of their stories is unique and inspiring. And unfortunately, we're only going to get a chance to scratch the surface tonight with one little question. You'll hear a little bit about their bios. But in addition to the 40 under 40 publication on your table, if you open the program to the page with the honorees, you're going to find a QR code. That'll take you directly to our 40 under 40 website where you can learn more about each honoree. And again, part of this is to amplify the work. So if there's somebody that you resonate with tonight in their work and you have an opportunity to help put that out to your networks and to your companies and to your social circles, please take a moment to help do that tonight as well. It's now my pleasure to introduce Willis Automotive, who's our Alum of the Year sponsor. For over 25 years, we've recognized Des Moines' emerging leaders, visionaries, change makers, and trailblazers shaping our community. But leadership doesn't stop at 40. The 40 under 40 Alum of the Year Award, sponsored by Willis Automotive, was created to celebrate past honorees who have continued to excel in their careers and to make a lasting impact on our community. This award celebrates those who have not only fulfilled their early career potential, but who have deepened their commitment to leadership, mentorship, and service. To introduce this year's Willis Automotive Alum of the Year, please welcome Jason Willis, the CEO of Willis Automotive.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
Welcome, everybody. I remember sitting in the front row with, just like many of you, a little over 10 years ago. And enjoy your night. To the families and supporters, be very proud of the young men and women in front. And to the city of Des Moines, support these men and women as they lead our city and our state into the future. For the past 27 years, the business record has celebrated a class of 40 under 40. Recognizing remarkable leaders who are making the difference in our businesses, our organizations, and our communities. If you're doing the math, that means by the end of the night, 1,080 individuals will have been part of this incredible network of leaders who are helped shaping the greater Des Moines landscape. One of the most rewarding parts of this program is watching what happens after these early recognitions. Watching careers grow, watching impact deepen, watching people continue to serve and lead in ways that strengthen our community. That's why in 2010, the 40 Under 40 Alum of the Year Award was created to recognize past honoree whose leadership, service, and commitment to community has only grown stronger over time. Rather than relying on nomination and a panel of judges, past 40 Under 40 honorees are asked to vote for up to 5 individuals from a list of candidates, representing classes from past decades. The individual receiving the most votes is then selected as Alum of the Year. In other words, this recognition comes directly from the community of peers who understand what it means to lead and serve. I am so honored and humbled to be here to announce this year's winner as a good family friend and an unbelievable leader. This year's winner is someone that has spent his entire career doing exactly that, leading and serving. Mr. Scott Raker, Executive Director of the Robert D. and Billy Ray Center at Drake University. Let's give him a round of applause. Scott was originally recognized, I believe, in the second 40 Under 40 class 25 years ago in 2001. And in the years since, he has dedicated his career to strengthening civic life and helping others lead with character. Scott has served as executive director at the Ray Center since the founding in 1997 by former Governor Robert D. Ray, created as part of the lasting legacy of Iowa's 150th anniversary. Through its work, the Ray Center provides character and education, leadership development resources that promote civility and ethical leadership in schools, organizations, and communities around the world. But Scott's commitment to public service extends far beyond his roots at Drake. You're just going to be amazed when you hear all the things he's done. He spent 14 years serving the state of Iowa in the Iowa House of Representatives from 1999 to 2012, where he held a number of leadership roles, including chair of the House Appropriations Committee, chair of the Ethics Committee, chair of the Midwest Council of Governments Legislative Leadership Institute. Throughout his career, Scott has consistently chosen service, helping strengthen institutions and organizations that make our communities better places to live. Today, he works as chair at Delta Dental of Iowa Foundation and through board service with Drake University School of Education, International Advisory Board, the Girl Foundation, the Rotary Club of Des Moines AM Board, and the Shining City Foundation. He is also board member emeritus of the Smithsonian Institution Center for Folklife and Cultural Studies. I don't know how you have any free time, Scott. Like many of the leaders tonight that we celebrate, Scott will definitely tell you his proudest role is at home. He and his wife, Martha, live in Urbandale, and they're proud parents of Max and Emily, who is married to Adam. Willis Automotive, in conjunction with the Business Record, is proud to recognize Scott Raker as the 2026 40 Under 40 Alum of the Year.
I'm giving you a hug, so just be
Okay,
ready.
I'll do it.
I love it. Thank you for doing that.
Congratulations. So proud of
It's
you.
an honor to
So
receive
proud
it
of
from you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jason. It's a tremendous honor to receive this recognition from you. It's a strong family relationship and Willis Automotive. And I know that one of the opportunities that continues to grow in the success of Willis Automotive is the core values that have come generationally for you and the work that you're doing. So you keep up the good work and stay encouraged. And thanks for your role. I want to thank you, Chris, along with the entire team and partners at the Des Moines Business Record. I do want to thank the peers who selected me. from a list of leaders I admire and strive to emulate in our community. And Connie, thank you for being that inspirational icon, glass ceiling breaking legend that you are in our community, who continues to inspire us and motivate us every day. Thank you. Please join me in thanking Connie for her vision. To each of you that I've thanked, please know how tremendously honored and humbled I am to be recognized tonight. And I'm sincerely grateful that you asked for me to give a few words about leadership with our new recipients and our guests. So I'd like to share what you all know, but I want to reemphasize, in that leadership is a journey, and it is not walked alone. From an early age, people saw things in me that I did not see in myself. It started with an unconditionally loving family, educators from elementary school to college, and frankly, many people in this room. The quintessential example for me would be former Governor Robert D. Ray and Mrs. Billie Lee Ray. They influenced and encouraged me for years, and they still inspire me today. In fact, I heard Governor Ray in my mind today with his familiar refrain regarding moments like this. Remember, Scott, no one in that room came to hear you speak, so make it brief and memorable. I also heard Mrs. Ray's inner voice today on just this moment, and she would have said, well, that's very nice, Scott. What will you do next? And with them, sometimes their encouragement was to be humble in the opportunities that came to us. And they lived their life that way. So remember this, each of us have the opportunity to see things in others that they may not see in themselves. And I'd encourage all of you recipients to act on that. Encourage people to new heights and accept it when it comes to you. That's leadership. I brought a prop. Connie, I told you about this. This is what we recipients received in 2001. Connie, do you remember the glass ruler? My name is etched on there, the Des Moines Business Record. This glass ruler is special and has significance to me. It's been in my office for 25 years, and I see it every day. And I don't know if it was in your intention. However, for me, it's been a reminder that people in our community have expectations of my leadership, just as we do of all of yours. And that I have a responsibility to measure up to my leadership and impact. Those that know me well will not be surprised that I see that ruler and I internally ask myself every day, am I measuring up to the leadership opportunities that I have to enrich our community and the world? So the lesson for me is to elevate our leadership. We must provide ourselves the practice of reflective accountability to help us all learn and grow. That's leadership, and I'm confident that our current recipients will continue to measure up. Lastly, for me, this recognition does not happen in my life without my wife, Martha. She is a wife of noble character. She lives the fruits of the Spirit every day. I, along with many others, are impacted by that. Her love, her joy, her peace, her patience, heavy emphasis on patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Everything that I am that has been achieved in my pathway or recognized in my pursuit is an us and not a me. This was the case 25 years ago, and even more so today. Martha, I know you know this. I'm going to say it publicly. I love you dearly. And I know that you know that this honor reflects you and us more than me And I want to thank you and would like you all to give my lovely wife a round of applause, or I would not be here today. I also love and thank our 3 children, Max, Emily, and her husband, Adam, who we call our son by marriage. They inspire and motivate me not only over the last 25 years to create a better world, but today, now so, including the accountability to do just that. The blessing of having had so many wonderful people in my life and still in my life to surround me with love, encouragement, and support is the fuel and fulfillment of impacting the lives of others. And for everyone being recognized tonight, in fact, I would challenge everyone in this room who has that soulmate, partner, friend, colleague, or family member in your life, thank them with intention. I love them. They elevate us in our ability to change the world. And let's never forget that each of us can always be that person for someone else too. And that's leadership. And to you current recipients, congratulations. Be kind. Stay encouraged and enjoy the miracle of now. Thank you very much for this honor.
All right, Scott, don't go anywhere just yet. We have a second award for you. This is the first time we've ever done this, and actually one of this year's honorees, his company was able to produce this for us, so you can find him in the program, see if you can spot it. But we had a little sign made, and it's got your lovely picture on it, and it has a ruler at the bottom, and it has all the core values of the character counts. So we thought you would like that. Yep. All right, so no pressure on the 40 of you now, right? Now you know what's coming next. Also, I'm absolutely not a hugger, but I thought I handled that all right. Anyway, congratulations again, Scott. My name is Jason Swanson. I'm the Vice President at Business Publications. I wear a lot of hats there. One of my favorite ones to wear is working on the 40 Under 40 project, specifically on the front end with the nomination and the judging. And then generally I call all of you. I missed a few this year. I handed them off, but that's one of the best days of the year when you get to call up and just say thank you to people for all the work they've done. So thank you for letting me have just a tiny little bit of joy while you're experiencing some joy. But before we get started, I wanted to give you a little history of the 40 Under 40. We already mentioned it's the 27th year of honoring the best and brightest leaders under the age of 40 in Central Iowa. So at the end of the evening, Sarah Zedler will walk across the stage as number 1,080, and that is a big number, and I've been here for every single one of them. So congratulations to all of you. And to think, as we mentioned before, the first couple of years, there was some concern that after we get to 80 or maybe 120 nominees, there just wouldn't be enough young talent in Des Moines to keep this going. And I think the definitive answer is not a problem. We've got a great group of people in this community, and it just keeps getting stronger and better. We've had individuals from all across the community, people like Kyle Kraus and Don Coffin, who went on to lead some of the biggest companies in Central Iowa, Steve Gare, Bob Andewig, Sarah Kravosky, to name a few, who became or are currently mayors of their communities. Lisa Bluter, who just happened to move to Iowa City and become the winningest coach in Iowa women's basketball history. And we even had a Secretary of State named Chet Culver, who went on to be elected governor. So no pressure, but your future is wide open, and just know that all the people here and everyone else in the business record community will be watching. And we want to see what you accomplish next. That sounded a little ominous. That wasn't supposed to be like creepy, I'm out in the bushes or anything, but all right. So from the beginning, the criteria hasn't changed. Every year, we ask the past honorees, so I will be calling you or reaching out to you next January. We asked the past honorees to participate in the judging. This year, like most years, we had over 100 people that volunteered. So if you get 10% of some of the most successful people in the community, I think that's pretty good. And their task is seemingly simple. They're judging each of you based on equal parts career achievement and community involvement. And we leave that up to them. They have lived it. They know what it takes to be on a board. They know what it takes to be successful in your career. So we don't give them any strict criteria other than basically making a difference in the community. It's a super competitive process. Each year we have 4 or 5 times the number of nominations than we have spots for people to be honored. To be nominated, let alone to be selected, is truly an honor. While some get selected on the first try, some people it takes 2 or 3 or 4 times, and that's okay too. It doesn't mean you're any less worthy. It just means that usually it's however your nomination was put together, it finally tells your story the best way it possibly can. I don't envy the judges. It's a hard job. How do you differentiate between person 40 and person 41? Because generally, all but about 1 or 2 of the people that get nominated are totally worthy of sitting exactly where you are. But they do the heavy lifting, and I get the fun part of calling everybody and telling them that they're selected, and then being up here and getting to introduce some of you to the community. So let me just say thank you to everybody that participated in the judging process this year. And the other thing you'll see is that almost all of our sponsors are also past 40 under 40 honorees. So you become a part of a team and a network that you will never be asked to be out of. So thanks again to everybody who volunteered in making the selections. And now I would like to invite to the stage our venue sponsor, Prairie Meadows. With over 750 people here tonight, Prairie Meadows offers a fantastic location for us to celebrate the 40 under 40. And to give us a few remarks is Chief Operating Officer Julie Stewart.
So first, welcome to Prairie Meadows. We're so delighted to host tonight's event. Congratulations to this year's 40 under 40 recipients. Tonight, you join an exceptional network of more than 1,080 leaders who have helped shape and strengthen our region. Take a moment to truly celebrate this achievement. You have earned it. What distinguishes this group is not only your professional success, but the way you lead, serve, and invest in those around you. That commitment reflects a shared purpose. I would also like to recognize the 2026 Alum of the Year, Scott Racker. Scott, congratulations. It's a privilege to serve as your vice chair of the National Advisor Council of the Robert D. Ray and Billy Ray Center at Drake University. Your leadership and integrity truly makes a difference in this entire state, so thank you. As a nonprofit organization, Prairie Meadows is dedicated to supporting economic development, workforce growth, agriculture, and tourism across Iowa. We are proud to serve not only as an entertainment destination, but as a partner in building a stronger region. Since 1996, we have reinvested more than $2.4 billion in charitable contributions and taxes to benefit the state of Iowa. The leaders we recognize tonight embody the same spirit of impact and service. Your leadership today and the years ahead will continue to shape the future in meaningful ways. It is truly a privilege to be part of the celebration and to recognize your outstanding achievement. Congratulations.
Honestly, just saying yes, jumping into things, even though it's probably uncomfortable.
Put yourself in rooms that really stretch you, maybe that you don't think you should be involved in, because it pushes you to those limits.
Once you see an opportunity, don't be afraid to take the time and figure out how to get yourself involved.
If you don't know anyone, at least try to meet one new person while you're there and have a good conversation.
What people should understand is this really about people, improving quality of life, making sure that they have affordable housing, quality places to live.
Primary focus right now is heavily into safety. So we actually have a pretty lofty goal of getting rid of fatalities and serious injuries on our roadways.
What we're doing both locally and globally to help food insecurity. Can't have enough people supporting that and addressing that goal.
One wish that I have is that we will continue to be collaborators and work together to achieve really big goals for our region.
All right, so now it's time. We're ready to get started. First I want to thank our co-sponsor for the evening, Delta Dental. April Schmoltz will be introducing the first group of honorees. However, the very first honoree unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, so I will do the honors on that one. Our first honoree is Bailey Arnberg. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today. She is the Director of Sports for Catch Des Moines, where she works to attract new sporting events to Greater Des Moines. If you have participated in or attended the NCAA basketball tournament at the Casey Center, the Ironman Triathlon, or been part of any of the numerous AAU events that come to town, you have benefited from Bailey's work. At this time, she is out at one of their biggest conventions of the year, trying to attract the interest of some new events to our community, and we thought that was pretty important, and we'd let her slide for this night. Bailey's involved in the community in other ways too. Outside of her job, she prioritizes youth, being a coach for Girls on the Run, being a book buddy with the United Way, and speaking regularly to high school classes. She also coaches youth basketball. She has a Bachelor of Arts and Science in Business Administration and Sports Management from Grandview University. She is 28 years old and married to Joe Moore, or engaged, sorry. We got a little ahead of ourselves there. We would ask her the first question, but her answer would be very brief. So now we'll turn it over to April Schmoltz, CEO and President of Delta Dental, to get us started with the rest of the show.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason. You know, on behalf of Delta Dental of Iowa, it's an honor to be a part of tonight's celebration for the Des Moines Business Records 40 Under 40 class. I'd like to start by giving a special shout out to two of our very own, Ryan Moon and the 40 Under 40 alum, Scott. Scott, who serves as our board chair for the Delta Dental of Iowa Foundation, couldn't think of anybody more deserving. So congratulations. As an Iowa-based company, Delta Dental believes in investing where we live and work to improve the health and smiles of Iowans. Supporting young professionals, encouraging innovation, and strengthening our communities aren't just a side project to us. They are part of who we are. We know our community and state thrive when we have great leaders. And by looking around the room, there's no shortage here in Central Iowa. See, we all play a role in shaping our community and Iowa's future with our time, talents, and passions. Strong leaders help build successful organizations that care about their people, their communities, and a thriving state, economically, socially, and physically. The leaders we're honoring tonight are already making an impact, and many are just getting started. To the 40 Under 40 honorees and our alum of the year, continue to ensure your work matters. You are mentoring others, bringing new ideas to life, and choosing to invest your talents right here in Iowa, which makes a difference not just today, but for generations to come. So thank you to the Des Moines Business Record and everyone here for nurturing, supporting, and celebrating leadership in Central Iowa. And congratulations to the 40 Under 40 class and the alum of the year. We are so excited to honor you all tonight. All right, so what we're all waiting for. So my first honoree here is Mike Beals. Yes. Mike serves as Associate Vice President of Finance at Principal Financial Group, where he provides financial leadership and strategic support across key business initiatives. In addition to his professional responsibilities, he currently serves as chairperson of the Finance Committee for Principal Charity Classic, is a board member for Meals from the Heartland, and participates on the Waukee Community School District Career and Technical Education Advisory Committee. Mike earned his bachelor's degree in accounting from Iowa State University and holds an MBA with a concentration in finance from the University of Iowa. He and his wife, Erica, live right here in Waukee with their two children, Brooks and Kaylee. Mike is 37 years old. All right, Mike, your question. What is one of your what is one of your proudest accomplishments?
Thanks, April. I would say I have a passion for recruiting and developing talent, and I'm so fortunate the principal gives me the opportunity to do that, most notably through our financial analyst community. And would say that I'm really proud of the internship program that we've been able to develop, and now the financial analyst rotation program, and the talent that we're seeing coming out of both of those programs is something to be really proud of. Thank you.
All right, next honoree, Kaylee Blazik Naranjo. Kaylee is a shareholder and immigration attorney at Denton's Davis Brown, where she advises businesses and individuals on complex immigration matters. She has been actively involved with Cultural All, serving on both its board and executive committee, and was selected for the Iowa Association of Business and Industries Leadership Iowa cohort. In 2025, she was recognized as a Catalyst honoree by the Technology Association of Iowa, where she presented on the essential role immigrants play in Iowa's workforce and communities. Kaylee earned bachelor's degrees in business administration and Spanish from Doane University and received her JD from Drake University Law School. She and her husband, Jorge, are expecting their first child this spring. Congratulations. And Kaylee is 34 years old. All right, for your question, what keeps you motivated?
So I think I'm generally pretty self-motivated. I've been fortunate enough to have two amazing parents that taught me from a young age to, set your own goals and achieve those. And sometimes it takes longer than you'd like, but to keep the effort going and never give up.
All right, next honoree, Lauren Bachholt. Lauren is the self-perform work leader for the Midwest region at Ryan Companies, where she oversees self-perform operations, including concrete, carpentry, and demolition scopes. She remains actively engaged with Iowa State University and the DBIA Scholarship Program, volunteers with several organizations, and serves as a board member for the American Red Cross. Lauren earned a Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering and a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering, both from Iowa State University. She and her husband, Chad, have two children, Isaac, 2.5, and Theo, 4 months. Lauren is 30 years old and a second-generation 40 under 40 recipient. Her mother, Monica Friedman, was honored in 2006. All right, you ready for your question? Question is, who is someone you consider a mentor, and what is one thing you learned from them?
Yeah, the first person that comes to mind is a professor I had at Iowa State. Beth was, I had her for several classes, and one thing she always instilled in me was don't take myself too seriously. She knew I was pretty hard on myself in school, and she's like, a B is okay every once in a while. So, thank you.
Next honoree, Allison Bulver. Allison is corporate counsel at LCS, the nation's third largest operator of senior living communities. In 2025, she led LCS's United Way of Central Iowa campaign, achieving record-breaking fundraising results while expanding employee engagement through volunteer initiatives. She previously served as president of the Iowa chapter of the Association of Corporate Counsel and continues her leadership as past president. She also serves on the Iowa State Bars Association's Corporate Counsel section and is an active member of the Polk County Bar Association and Polk County Women's Attorneys. Allison earned her JD from Drake University Law School and holds a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and a Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice from Iowa State University. She is married to Kieran Moss and is 29 years old. All right, so for your question, if you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
If I could relive one fun or memorable moment, I mean, walking out onto the stage was a pretty good one, I have to say. But in all seriousness, it would be the first dance that I had with my husband. I was married to Kieran Moss last year. We've been together for 13 years, and we really wanted to have just a low-key wedding. We didn't have a dance floor, but at the end of the night, there were still a few stragglers, and we danced to our favorite song. I'll always remember it.
All right, next honoree, Alicia Chilton. I'm going to say her name right. It's actually Alicia. Alicia. Did I get it right? Alicia. Names are so important. I want to make sure I get it right. Alicia Chilton. She's Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Des Moines Partnership, where she leads national talent attraction and economic development digital marketing campaigns. She also serves as chair of the Polk County Early Childhood Iowa Board and previously served 2 years as Parent-Teacher Association president at her children's school. She's earned a Bachelor of Science in Journalism and Mass Communication from Iowa State University and is expected to complete her Master of Business Administration from Drake University this spring. She and her husband, Michael, have 2 children, Grace and Graham, and she's 39 years old. So here's your question. What advice do you have for the next generation of Central Iowa business leaders?
To the next generation of Central Iowa business leaders, I would say give a darn. Show up, care about what you're doing, pursue excellence, and invest in the community that we live in, because it's up to us to build the future.
All right, our next honoree, Marcus Kanan. Marcus is a senior planner at the Des Moines Area Metropolitan Planning Organization. He created the Iowa Data Bike, an innovative planning tool that has since been replicated by transportation planners across the country. He also led the Beaverdale Neighborhood Association for 4 years, advancing major initiatives including 38th Street traffic calming and new neighborhood development, and currently serves as president of the Iowa chapter of the American Planning Association. Marcus earned a Bachelor's of Arts in History and a Master of Science in Urban and Regional Planning from the University of Iowa. He and his wife, Rebecca, have 2 children, Charlotte and Florence. Marcus is 36 years old. All right, your question, Marcus, is what is the significance of the photo on the screen?
I'm actually really happy I got this question. And makes, yeah. So in 2018, 2019, I was a Robert Bosch Foundation Fellow and got to go to Germany to do some transatlantic relation work. And I worked in the city of Offenbach where they had a mobility hub. And here I am being interviewed for German television news, having to speak auf Deutsch about their mobility hub and how it's really great and everyone should be using it. Thank you.
The questions have been quite fun tonight. I've had a few come up and try and talk me into giving them to them. So they have no idea what the question is going to be. All right, our next honoree is Charlie Cowell. Charlie is an urban planner at RDG Planning and Design. He has served on the Iowa chapter of the American Planning Association, APA, Board of Directors since 2014, holding numerous leadership roles, including Professional Development Officer, Awards Chair, Sponsorship Chair, and Conference Planning Committee member. Charlie has presented at more than 10 state and regional conferences and events on community housing strategies, including the Polk County Housing Trust Fund Housing Symposium and the Housing Iowa Conference. He is a member of the Greater Des Moines Leadership Institute class of 2026. Charlie earned a master's in urban and regional planning from the University of Iowa, along with a bachelor's degree in economics and a minor in finance from the University of Northern Iowa. He is married to Meredith Kaiser and is 37 years old. All right, here we go. What is something not too many people know about you?
Thank you. Well, after reading that bio, a lot of people probably know this now or can figure it out, but I have been teaching economics as an adjunct instructor for over 12 years, and I've been able to use that opportunity to focus on urban planning in economics and hopefully influence the next round of urban planners. Thank you.
And I think often when I'm tired, when I'm stressed, anxious, the reason being is because I'm not living what I said was most important in my life.
Life ebbs and flows, and right now I want to be more at home, more present and engaged, but I also want to continue to be ambitious with my career.
Especially as a leader, being a better delegator, letting my team and those that are on my team use their strengths.
Everybody is still learning constantly, and so go into a room and just be you.
Put yourself out there and get to work. You never know who you're going to meet.
Professionally, we're really working to expand our community health education series, trying to increase our reach.
Recent thing, I have one basketball game left on my daughter's team. I've been coaching this winter. Our last game Saturday.
I was a pretty decent baseball player as a young child. As folks started to specialize, I think my comparative advantage went down pretty quickly. I think focusing on my schoolwork was the right route.
All right, it's great to have our next sponsor, Bailey, with us again this year. Let's welcome Blake Crow, a partner and Des Moines market leader here at Bailey, to introduce our next group of honorees. Welcome, Blake.
Good evening, everyone. And as Chris mentioned, I'm Blake Crow. I'm the Des Moines market leader for Bailey. We're proud to sponsor the Business Records 40 Under 40, with this being, I think, our 4th or 5th year. I don't even remember. It's been a while now. Bailey is a CPA and business advisory firm. And here in Des Moines, we have the privilege of working alongside entrepreneurs, organizations, and leadership teams as they navigate growth, transition, and change. What makes that work meaningful isn't just the services that we provide, it's the people and the businesses and the missions they're building and the communities that they serve. That's what makes this event so meaningful to us and what draws us to keep coming back and supporting the event year after year. One of my favorite parts of 40 Under 40 each year is seeing a room filled with familiar faces, friends, colleagues, and community leaders, alongside people we're meeting for just the very first time. It's a reminder of how connected this community really is and how much talent and energy there is shaping the future of Des Moines. Having sponsored this event for several years, what's been especially fun is watching past honorees continue to show up in new ways, leading organizations, serving on boards, launching businesses, mentoring others, and making a lasting impact well beyond the year that they were honored. 40 Under 40 isn't just a recognition of what you've accomplished so far, it's often a preview of what's still ahead. To this year's honorees, congratulations. You've earned this recognition not just for your professional success, but for the way that you contribute to your teams, your organization, and this community as a whole. Des Moines is stronger because of the leaders like you who choose to invest your time and your talents here. On behalf of all of us at Bailey, thank you for what you do, thank you for how you lead, and thank you for helping shape what's next for Des Moines. With that, it's my honor to help recognize this year's class, and I'm excited to introduce our next 8 outstanding honorees whose work truly reflects the spirit of 40 Under 40. Our next honoree is Sarah Donovan. Sarah is a manager of access and engagement at Broadlawns Medical Center, where she connects Central Iowa residents with essential services. She previously led Broadlawns Interpreter Services Department and chaired a language access committee focused on improving communication for patients and families. Sarah was also awarded a challenge coin from the U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps for helping train more than 2,000 officers on personal safety and security in high-risk infectious disease environments. Sarah is a PhD candidate at the University of Nebraska Medical Center and earned a Master of Public Health and Epidemiology. That's a tough word. I got through it. I was worried about that one. From the University of Nebraska Medical Center. She holds a Bachelor of Arts in Biochemistry, Cell, and Molecular Biology from Drake University. She is 29 years old. Sarah, your question. If you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
If I could relive one moment, it would be the moment pictured currently, a family vacation I took last year with my parents and younger brother, Reed. I owe so much of who I am today to their successes and them investing in me.
Our next honoree is Ty Flood. Ty is a shareholder and senior client executive at Holmes Murphy & Associates. For more than a decade, he has mentored and coached young men through Serva Fidem, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, and youth wrestling, focusing on character formation, discipline, and confidence. He has also served in governance and stewardship roles for faith-based nonprofits, helping strengthen operational structure, financial health, and long-term sustainability. Ty attended the University of Northern Iowa, where he earned a degree in business. He and his wife, Cece, have 4 children, Ledge, Coy, Pax, and Belle. Ty is 33 years old. Ty, what is one of your proudest accomplishments?
I would say one of my proudest accomplishments is, it's kind of a warm and fuzzy answer, but it's finding beauty in the ordinary. So like I didn't grow up from being a little boy like wanting to be an insurance guy, right? I'm not a Navy SEAL, I'm not a heart surgeon, I'm an insurance guy, right? Very ordinary job, but like I love my clients, I love the people I work with, I love everything about the job. Not only that, like my home life is also very ordinary, right? The outside looking in, I'm changing diapers, I'm reading bedtime stories, I'm making meals, and I love it. So I think for all of us, right, myself included, it's finding beauty in the ordinary, because living it, it's extraordinary. So that's mine.
Our next honoree is Megan Garrett. Megan is Director of Communications at CARE Initiatives, where she is leading an organization-wide brand revitalization to modernize internal and external communications and better reflect the nonprofit's mission of serving older Iowans. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Journalism and holds an accreditation in Public Relations from the Public Relations Society of America. Megan is married to Derek Garrett and is the mother of Emmy, who's 10. She is 39 years old. Megan, your question. What is the best advice you have received when starting out in your career?
That was one of the ones I wasn't sure I was going to know how to answer. However, I think what I would say is say yes. Lean into opportunities. You're going to have so many things presented at you, and speaking from experience, you may not feel ready. So just say yes to new opportunities and jump in with both feet.
Our next honoree is David Gross. David is Director of Business Development at Estes Construction. He serves as Vice Chair of the Des Moines Waterworks Board of Trustees and is an officer in the United States Navy Reserve. At Estes, he was selected as Relationship Manager for long-term clients Deere & Co. and 3M, and he led the company's community partnership agreement with Des Moines Public Schools. He also volunteered in support of the successful Yes for Des Moines Schools bond referendum campaign. David earned a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Geography with a minor in Business Institutions from Northwestern University and a Master's of Business Administration from Duke University. He and his wife, Nina Vasavan, have 2 children, Nikhil and Ruvi. David is 37 years old. David, your question. What is one of your proudest accomplishments?
Thank you. I was expecting for a question about this photo, and that's a longer story. One of my proudest accomplishments is surrounding myself with talented people that love me and motivate me to build community, including the folks that are at my table tonight. So first off, I want to thank my wife, Nina, for being here, my parents, Doug and Eileen, the team from Estes Construction for supporting me, and Amy Kaler, who's the Waterworks CEO. So these are the sort of people that I want to be around and build community with. So thank you.
Our next honoree is Haley Gutchenrider. Haley is a retirement planner at Merkle Retirement Planning. She co-founded the Kids at Heart Foundation, helping secure 501c3 status and raise meaningful support for youth-focused nonprofits. Haley also served as chair of West YP, helping lead Iowa's largest young professionals network, and led a West Des Moines Leadership Academy class project that raised $47,000 to expand mental health resources in local schools. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Simpson College and is a certified financial planner professional. Haley and her husband, Chad, are the parents of a son, Beckett. She is 33 years old. Haley, your question. What is the best advice you received when starting out your career?
The best advice I've received when starting out is that we need to focus on people and not be transactional. I mean, no matter what industry you come from, we're all in the people business, and that's where our impact is deeply rooted. So focus on the relationships that we build and the people to inspire for the next generation of tomorrow.
Our next honoree is Ellen Hames. Ellen is a member attorney at Brown Winnick Law Firm. She serves as chair of the Ankeny Business and Industry Collaborative, advancing regional economic vitality and workforce development. Ellen previously served as co-chair of Brown Winnick's corporate M&A practice group, helping shape firm strategy and growth. She has been recognized as a Super Lawyers Rising Star and named a Best Lawyers One to Watch in corporate and environmental law. She also served on the board of directors for the Ankeny YMCA, supporting education, community engagement, and advocacy. Ellen earned her JD from Drake University Law School and a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies from the University of Iowa with an emphasis in global resource and environment and a minor in Japanese. She and her spouse, Austin, have 2 children, Madison and Beckham. Ellen is 39 years old. Ellen, your question. What is the significance of the photo on the screen?
Thank you, Blake, and thank you for the shout out of my age and letting me slide onto this list right before my big 4-0 this summer. The significance of the photo on this screen. So this is a picture of me in a traditional Japanese kimono, and I grew up in Japan. My parents were international school teachers. And while I always wanted to be that quintessential Iowa farm girl, and I always wanted a farm full of horses, growing up in Japan really allowed me to open my eyes, open my horizons, always be open to new things and meeting new people.
Ellen, just a note, I'm just like Ron Burgundy up here. I only read what's on the script. So they put your age on there, not me. Our next honoree is Nathan Hardesty. Nathan serves as Vice President and Public Infrastructure Business Unit Director at Shive Hattery. He has served on the board of the Rotary Club of Waukee since 2019 in several leadership roles, including president and currently co-leads Waukee Palooza on the club's behalf. Nathan also serves on the board of the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce. He has contributed to numerous infrastructure projects across the Des Moines Metro, including the Mid-American Energy Company Recplex and the Athene Pedestrian Bridge in West Des Moines. Nathan attended Iowa State University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. He and his wife Karen have 2 children, Hannah and Nora. Nathan is 38 years old. Nathan, your question: what advice do you have for the next generation of Central Iowa business leaders?
Thank you. I think the advice I'd give to the next generation of business leaders is really just to show up. It's really easy to skip the networking event or not volunteer and raise your hand for something. But when you do volunteer for those things, I think it is where you really get your most value and how you come to appreciate all the things you can give back to the community. And frankly, myself, I'm an engineer, as you mentioned. I'm pretty stereotypical, introvert, nerdy engineer. But if you just put yourself out there enough times, I think you can overcome that and eventually have a really great network that can take you a lot of places. Lastly, I have 2 daughters, Hannah and Nora, that were mentioned. Hannah's 10 and Nora is 8. They had a whole bunch of crazy words I was supposed to throw into this. I didn't quite accomplish that, but I did want to give them a quick shout out. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Nora. They're here tonight. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Adam Hazelhoon. Almost? Hazelhoon? Oh, so Hazelhoon. My apologies. I practiced that for like 20 minutes. Adam is Senior Director of Development for the Unity Point Health Des Moines Foundation. He led a $6.2 million fundraising campaign for the John Stoddard Cancer Center and was recognized by the Association for Healthcare Philanthropy as a 40 under 40 honoree. Adam has also served on the board of Des Moines Young Artists Theater, including in leadership roles as vice president and president, and remains actively involved in the Des Moines theater and arts community. He earned his Bachelor of Arts and Master's of Arts from the University of Northern Iowa. Adam is 37 years old. Adam, your question: what is the significance of the photo on the screen?
Sure. If you guys don't know, Des Moines has its own version of the Tony Awards, which is called the Cloris Awards, named after Cloris Leachman, a proud Roosevelt graduate. This photo, this past year was one of the hosts of the Cloris Awards, which was a really fun honor, and it's just a great way to celebrate our theater community here in Des Moines.
All right, before we bring up our next presenter, I just wanted to play a
Even
video.
when you don't think it will suit you, just say yes.
Get yourself exposed to within your company things that maybe don't fall under your job description per se, and say yes to things outside of work as well.
Opportunities might not show up and knock on your door. So put yourself first, invest in yourself.
If you want something, go for it, but you got to utilize the resources, and we have great resources here in Des Moines.
Connect, network with people. Be open-minded when you go to networking events. And
I think the best thing that you can do for yourself is just stay true to who you are and be authentic, and that will take you much further.
I think there's so many opportunities. People don't know that Des Moines is like a hidden gem. So I would love to see more people come.
One thing that we started was an artificial Christmas tree drive. And a goal that I have is that every kid in Iowa has a Christmas tree.
All right, I think we're safe now. I was just going to say that I think Ty might have undersold things a little bit with 4 kids at home. It's probably not ordinary any night ever. So, all right, we have a new sponsor this year we'd like to bring to the stage. It's Flynn Wright. They are a full-service advertising agency located in Des Moines that's dedicated to the art of persuasion and delivering results. Please welcome 2022 40 Under 40 and President of Flynn Wright, Sarah DeCook.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to this year's 40 Under 40 class. It's really impressive hearing everything that you've done within this community and for your businesses. But it's not just about that. It's about the trajectory that you're bringing to this table. It's fun to be able to watch you in the future, too. These are the people that raise their hand. They're the ones that are taking on the hard things, and they're the ones that are just finding a way to make things happen. At Flynn Wright, identifying and investing in young talent early is honestly how we've built our business. Most of our partners actually started straight out of school. A lot of talent, work ethic, and someone willing just to say, hey, let's see what you can do. Turns out that works pretty well. At Flynn Wright, everything we do is centered around helping our clients grow. And we help companies stand out and really amongst their competition and ultimately win. That's where creativity comes in, and that's a huge part of what we do every single day. Creativity is all of what we talk about in our agency. But that's not just what our clients are looking for. They're not just looking for ideas. They're looking for results, and that's really important for us. So we're always trying to drive results for our clients through our advertising. Our work takes us all over our country, but Des Moines is still our home. And honestly, rooms like this are exactly why. The talent here is real, and the people being recognized tonight are exactly the kind of people that make this city that we love so much even better. I especially love this event because I know what it feels like to be sitting in those chairs right there. And a few years ago, I was in your shoes, probably a little nervous, probably wondering what question I was going to get. But I still look in this room now and I'm like, wow, there's so many different connections I've made even since then. And I've stayed connected with them since that night. That's one of the things about Des Moines that I love. It is such a small town in a best way. I mean, there's so many doors that are open. So many of you I've called and had lunch with and made connections with. And that's such a blessing to us because we love the city. And that's a big impact on the community that we have. So enjoy this moment. You've earned it, but also pay attention to those that are sitting around you because there's a good chance that you'll be crossing paths for a really long time. And with that, I get the easy job tonight, introducing the people we're here to celebrate. So my first honoree here is Ngozi Mbokwe. Ngozi Mbokwe. Ngozi Mbokwe is the Senior Manager of Learning and Development at Bright Horizons Family Solutions, which provides childcare, elder care, and education and career support for employees of more than 1,000 leading global employers. She also serves as president of ATD Central Iowa, a 300-member organization of talent development professionals. Ngozi serves on the advisory board for the Jacobson Institute at Grandview University and on boards of the Iowa International Center and One Voice DSM. She previously served as the president of the Young Professionals Connection and the graduate of Lead DSM's Connection, the Des Moines Leadership Institute, and the African American Leadership Academy. Ngozi earned a Doctor of Philosophy in Education and a Master's of Science in Leadership and Talent Development from Drake University, a Bachelor in Science and Biology from Iowa State University, and an Associate of Arts from Des Moines Area Community College. She is 37 years old. Okay, Ngozi, I have your first question. What keeps you motivated?
Thank you so much. I'm short, so again, I have to look over the stage, but thank you everyone so much for being here. I would say what keeps me motivated is my family. As you can see them here on the screen. I have my two brothers here. My sister is not here, but family is really the heart of everything I do and every decision that I make. So thank you so much.
The next honoree, Paige Yeager. Paige Yeager is the Chief Operating Officer at ChildServe, where she oversees all program operations, including inpatient and outpatient services, regional locations, group homes, and autism and community-based services. She supports the Master of Healthcare Administration students through mentorship, hosting interns and fellows, serving on the University of Iowa College of Public Health Advisory Board and the ACHE of Iowa Board, and guest lecturing in the MHA program. She is also a graduate of the Greater Des Moines Leadership Academy and the Iowa Hospital Association Advanced Leadership Academy. Paige earned a Bachelor of Business Administration in Economics and Business Management and a Master of Healthcare Administration from the University of Iowa. She and her husband, Jonathan, have 3 children, Arlo 8, Abel 6, and Gretchen 3. She is 35 years old. And Paige, who is someone you consider a mentor, and what is one thing you've learned from them?
So I've been really privileged in my career to have a number of mentors, many of whom are actually here tonight. And one of my mentors early in my career asked me a question during a meeting where he said, is it more important in this situation to be effective or to be right? And I think about that often, mostly because I'm usually right. I like to be right, but you don't get credit for being right. And so always just pushing myself to be effective and not worrying about being who's more right. Thank you.
The next honoree is Erin Jones. Aaron is a shareholder at Bell & McCormick, where he serves as legal counsel on corporate matters for organizations across the county, including Neighborhood Finance Corporation, Iowa Public Radio, and Iowa State Fair and People Incorporated. He is president-elect of the Young Lawyers Division and a governor on the Iowa State Bar Association Board. Since 2020, Aaron has served as co-chair of the Iowa Mock Trial Committee, helping bring the 2026 National Championship to Des Moines and expanding access to legal education across Iowa, including legal deserts and historically underserved communities. He also serves on the board of Variety, the children's charity, and the Business Resources Board of the Greater Des Moines Partnership. Aaron earned his JD and Bachelor of Arts in Economics from the University of Michigan. He is 30 years old. Aaron, what is the best advice you've received when starting out your career?
So the best advice I think that I received was to go out and meet the people in the community you want to live. Everyone that is out there can teach you something that you don't know. And so I strive every day to try and meet someone new and make a meaningful new connection. And I think it's afforded me a lot of fun opportunities.
Next honoree is Allie Cranbrink. Allie is a partner at Vessel Technology, where she is helping build and grow a staffing and recruiting firm focused on connecting organizations with top technology talent. She has been actively involved in community initiatives, including serving as the Iowa Chef Challenge Community Champion, where she helped raise $30,000 to support services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Allie was also awarded the Global Volunteer Impact Award from her Fortune 500 employer and is a graduate of the West Des Moines Leadership Academy. She earned the Bachelor of Arts in Business and Communication Studies from Iowa State University. Allie and her husband, Taylor, have 3 children, Parker 8, Quinn 5, Brooks 2. She is 39 years old. Allie, what is one of your proudest accomplishments?
I was hoping I would get this answer. My proudest accomplishment would be being married to my wonderful husband, Taylor, of 10 years, and my 3 beautiful children. I'm here tonight being supported by my dad, my best friend, my cousins, my friends, and I would just say my family is my proudest accomplishment. So thanks everyone for being here tonight. It's been such an honor.
Next honoree is Greg Legan. Greg is the Vice President of Sales Delivery at Paragon IT Professionals, where he leads teams that connect with organizations with technology talent and workforce solutions. He serves on the State Board of Variety, the children's charity of Iowa, and the Board of Tech Journey. Greg also co-founded the nonprofit Happy Hearts and Hooves, which delivered more than 200 artificial Christmas trees and brought holiday joy to over 400 children across central Iowa. In addition, he's heavily involved in coaching youth athletics and serves on the Martinsdale St. Mary's Little League Basketball Board. He earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Interdepartmental Health Science from the University of Iowa. Greg and his wife, Katie, have 3 children, Charlie, Harper, and Palmer. He is 36 years old. Greg, what is something you're passionate about?
Good evening, guys. I would say that I'm passionate about this nonprofit that my wife and I co-founded. As you can see in this picture, we've got quite a few farm animals with this farm sanctuary, and ultimately, what we're after is making an impact. Being involved is all about action and not waiting on the sidelines. And there are families in need all across the state and looking to make an impact in the communities that we serve. So thank you so much.
Next honoree is Jaime Leyva. Jaime is the owner of Legato Insurance Professionals and executive director of United Football Academy of Iowa. He founded and grew United Football Academy to serve more than 700 families across Iowa. And Jaime also led the creation of the United Center DSM in Iowa's largest futsal league, which includes over 150 teams. Through Legato Insurance, he serves local families and small business owners. He earned Associates of Science in Criminal Justice from Iowa Central Community College and the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Accounting from AIB College of Business. Jaime and his wife, Jessica, have 4 children, Abigail 7, Enrique 6, Raphael 4, and Pedro 1. He is 34 years old. Jaime, if you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
If I could relive one moment, would be to go back to my childhood and play with my brother that passed away a few years ago. That would be an amazing opportunity to have again. Thank you.
Next honoree is Becca Mataloni. Becca is the Senior Manager of Marketing Creative at ITA Group. Driven by a passion for empowering young people, she's volunteered with youth-focused organizations including Big Brothers Big Sisters, Heartland Youth Choir, Be Well Foundation, and DU Great Collective Drake University Athletics. Becca also helped launch Above and Beyond Cancer's inaugural Survivorship and Caregiver Conference and co-chairs her company's Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Allyship Committee. In 2023, she received ITA Group's Impact Award, which recognizes team members across the global enterprise for outstanding volunteerism. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in News and Internet Journalism from Drake University. Becca is engaged to Ryan Boatman, and she's 35 years old. Becca, what is something that not many people know about you?
This is a hard question because I feel like I'm an open book and I probably overshare anytime anyone asks me a question. So something someone doesn't know about me is that I played saxophone for 15 years. I went to Drake University for journalism, but one of the primary reasons was actually to study under Dr. Romaine here and continue my saxophone studies. But don't get any ideas. I haven't played in years, so you do not want me like serenading you or anything. But yeah, saxophone.
I would say show up in unexpected places. So that's something that I did. And in doing that was just really made aware of how intricately connected we all are.
Show up, get involved, and, make that phone call and set that coffee up. Get out there and network in a variety of sectors. Getting to know people in a variety of different aspects of life can really impact your future career.
One of my goals is to really expand our career exploration so students, especially high school students, see that there are a vast majority of jobs right here in Greater Des Moines.
I always tell people to stay flexible and keep their minds open. I think if you are always focused on your plan, you may miss opportunities that would change your life.
How you do anything is how you do everything. So whatever you do, what's yours to do, strive to be the best in the world at.
You just block out the noise and just go forward as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
Do not allow anyone to make you believe that because you don't have enough experience, that somehow means that you are not competent enough to fulfill the role that you're gonna go for. Go for it.
All right, before we announce our next group of honorees, Aaron, I think we need to figure out what that giant Coke can was on the screen. It was a missed opportunity for us. So we'll have our news team follow up and we can have that in the business record tomorrow. All right, our next honoree wasn't able to be here tonight. Cole McClelland is Vice President and Senior Commercial Real Estate Relationship Manager at Bankers Trust. He manages a portfolio totaling $600 million in commitments across 9 local and regional customer groups. He earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Iowa and a JD from the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Law. Cole is married to Jenna Kimberly and is 39 years old. Let's give Cole a big round of applause. For this next group, this year marks the 25th year that the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business has been a supporter of 40 Under 40. So I just want to give an extra special thank you to the University of Iowa. Let's give them a big round of applause for their continued support all these years. So please welcome Chelsea Hillman. She's the Managing Director of Professional Programs, to introduce our next group of honorees.
Thank you, Chris. I'm honored to be here representing the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business graduate programs. When an Iowa MBA graduate walks into the boardroom, people notice. That's because at the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business, we prepare our graduates and students to start making an impact from day one. Working professionals earn in-demand skills in flexible 100% online formats with the option to take some in-person classes at our downtown Des Moines campus at the John and Mary Papajohn Education Center. And the results, many like the results of the leaders in this room today, are undeniable. We are thrilled to be a part of an inspiring event recognizing and celebrating some of the amazing leaders in the Des Moines community. It's my honor to introduce our next impressive honorees. Ryan Moon. Ryan is the Government Relations Director of Delta Dental of Iowa, where he advocates at both the state and federal levels to advance the organization's mission and community impact. He led federal advocacy efforts and helped pass state legislation designating Highway 565 as an interstate in central Iowa. Ryan also led the planning and the execution of DMDC, one of the largest Chamber of Commerce Washington, D.C. fly-ins, and served as the vice president of his homeowners association during a period of significant community challenges. He earned a Bachelor of Arts from the University of Northern Iowa. Ryan is married to Haley Moon, and they have 2 children, Holden and Reggie. He is 35 years old. Ryan, if you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
So in 2019, I had the opportunity to participate in the Des Moines Register's Storyteller Project, where you get to speak in front of 1,500 people. And my story was actually about my love story to my wife. And the significance behind that love story was how me and my wife met at the Iowa State Capitol, and we are on opposite sides of the political aisle, and how we came together to find common ground. And we are still married today with kids, and especially the importance of civility in our political discourse today. I really love sharing that story with folks, and it actually gained national attention. And we had the Today Show come to our home and interview us about our love story. So getting to share my love story was a very memorable moment. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Paige Moore. Paige is the CEO of the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Iowa. She has volunteered her time and expertise in the community and with nonprofit organizations for over 13 years, serving in a variety of leadership roles. Paige has also precepted several local undergraduate and graduate students, helping to develop the next generation of healthcare leaders. She is a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives and earned a Master's of Healthcare Administration from the University of Iowa College of Public Health, as well as a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration from Wartburg College. Paige is married to Tony and is the mother of Harlow, and she is 39 years old. Paige, who is someone you consider a mentor, and what is one thing that you learned from them?
I would echo what Paige Yeager said earlier. There are several mentors of mine that are in this room. I think we have several that are the same. But one that stands out is somebody who was a dear leader and has become a dear friend of mine since then. And he really taught me to lead with my heart and lead with my faith, and do what I know and think is right and in the best interest of all of those that I'm serving as a leader. So I appreciate him very much for that.
Our next honoree is Anthony Ponnell Jr. and guest. Anthony is the Title IX coordinator at Des Moines Area Community College. He previously raised over $3.6 million in scholarship funding for Drake students through the Crew Scholars Program and assisted in more than 600 cases as a civil rights specialist at the Iowa Office of Civil Rights. In addition, he is a recording artist, having signed a record deal with Station One Records in 2017 and was the first hip hop artist named Iowa Public Radio's Artist of the Month in August 2021. He earned his law degree and bachelor's degree in law, politics, and society from Drake University. Anthony and his spouse Diana are the parents of Ajani Panal. He is 31 years old. Anthony, what keeps you motivated?
Hello, everyone. Just had to bring him up here because, you know, he's going to be up here accepting more in like 25 years. He's going to be faster than me. I'm very much motivated by the past. I've been very fortunate to have many mentors who've done so many great things. I'm motivated by the present and my peers who have so much tenacity and all the efforts that they put forth in building such a great community. And of course, I'm motivated by the future, not only through my son, but also all of your children, because there's always more love that can be shared. There's always a community that needs to be uplifted. There is always a challenge that must be faced, and there's always work that needs to be done. So let's go to work.
Our next honoree is Stacy Robles. Stacy is the Inclusive Talent Program Manager at the Greater Des Moines Partnership. Outside of work, she has established a food pantry, clothing closet, and laundromat at Capitol View Elementary. Stacy has held leadership and advisory roles with organizations including First to Finish, Local College Access Network, Latina Leadership Initiative, ACLU of Iowa, Raise the Bar Initiative, and Iowa's Latino Heritage Festival. She earned a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Iowa Tippie College of Business and a Bachelor of Arts from Simpson College. Stacy is 33 years old. Stacy, what is something not many people know about you?
Thank you. One thing many people may not know about me is that I am an ELL instructor, adjunct instructor through DMAC, and I resonate with the stories of my students. As a former ELL student, I understand the complexities of learning a new culture and a new language, so it's really great to be able to be on the other side and teach them that, honestly, if you just dream, it can happen at any time. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Liesl Siebert. Liesl is program manager at the University of Northern Iowa Institute for Decision Making. She serves as president of the Keep Iowa Beautiful board and sits on the boards of the Professional Developers of Iowa, the Iowa Rural Development Council, and the Main Street Iowa Advisory Committee. In 2020, Liesl launched the Iowa Leadership Exchange, which continues to serve on a planning committee to support statewide leadership programming and development. She is also involved with the Des Moines Walk to End Alzheimer's and remains on the events planning committee. Liesl earned a JD and a master's in urban and regional planning from Florida State University. She also holds a Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Science and Policy and History from the College of William and Mary and attended the Economic Development Institute at the University of Oklahoma, Norman. She and her husband, Adam, have 2 children, Emmeline Joy, 5, and Eleanor Louise, 2. Liesl is 39 years old. Liesl, what is the best advice you received when starting out in your career?
Thank you, Chelsea. The best advice I received, and this probably has a little bit to do with my word that I identify with, was to go to the coffee meetings and to plan the coffee meetings, which is why I'm always caffeinated. But as an introvert, sometimes the traditional networking situation doesn't work for me, but I have had the best conversations over just coffee meetings. So to take those meetings, to make those meetings, that was the advice I received, and the advice I continue to give others is to never pass up on a coffee meeting.
Our next honoree is Tafiq Shah. Tafiq is the CEO of Lola's Fine Sauces, a global condiment brand he founded and scaled from his family's Filipino-American recipes. Under his leadership, the company produces hot sauces, salsas, and other condiments, bringing Iowa-made products to shelves around the world. Tafik actively serves in the community and strengthens statewide and national connections through board roles with the Greater Des Moines Partnership, the DMAC Foundation, the Iowa Center, and Proteus, building community impact with corporate partnerships across major retailers, such as Hy-Vee, Fairway, Casey's, Walmart, Target, and Meijer. He earned an Associates of Arts from DMAC and a Bachelor's in Management and Finance from Grandview University. Tafik is the father of Taylin Shaw, 20, and is 39 years old. Tafik, what keeps you motivated?
Afraid of this question. That's a tough one. So the original plan was for me to take a shot of our hottest Lolas and then answer the question, but we're going to do it without that. So what keeps me motivated is my family. My son, who's incredible, my father, my fiance have all been part of this along the journey. In fact, my son is our longest tenured employee from when I first started Lola's. So the family is really important. That's what keeps me motivated every day to keep the grind on and keep growing our family brand. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Joe Sheridan. Joe is general manager and owner of Speed Pro Des Moines, a growing small business serving large corporations, civic organizations, and small to medium-sized businesses nationwide. Under his leadership, the location has been recognized as a top 5 franchise for Speed Pro and a national top 150 wide format printer. Joe has volunteered for more than 12 years with Variety, the children's charity of Iowa, and has previously supported organizations including United Way of Central Iowa, Walmart Foundation, the CBC Foundation Committee, and the Des Moines Wine Festival Foundation. He earned a Bachelor of Arts from the University of Iowa. Joe is married to Callie Sheridan and is the father of Collins. He is 37 years old. Joe, what is something not many people know about you?
I knew I was going to get this one. There's two quick answers. One, I'm a sucker for a good karaoke bar night. I'm not going to tell you what song. You can ask me afterwards. But the primary answer is how I met my wife. I texted the wrong number, and she responded, and I set up a date with the wrong person, and it was the best mistaken text I've ever sent. And we'll be happily married this November, 10 years, and have a beautiful daughter, Collins. And thank you very much for your support, Collins and Kaylee and my entire family and my table here. Thank you very much.
Our next honoree is Josh Terrell. Josh is CEO of 3E Partners and founder and president of Black Excellence of Iowa. He is also CEO and founder of 2 local businesses and serves as board member and president of Ampigo Academy. Josh is actively involved in his community through his church, the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce, and various local committees. He earned a Bachelor's of Art in Health, Wellness, and Recreation and a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Dubuque. Josh is married to Tina, and they have 4 children, Genesis, Shiloh, JT Jr., and Olive, and he is 38 years old. Josh, what is the significance of the photo on the screen?
All right. First, by show of hands, who's seen the Titanic? Show of hands. Hands up high. All right, perfect. You can put your hands down. That has nothing to do with the question or the response. It's just making sure engagement is still high. So I was a 4-time All-American and a 2011 national champ. And that was the photo after the clock hit 0 and the NCAA took it long before NIL, so I got nothing for it. But that was a special moment that was captured, me giving the glory to our Lord and Savior, and it was just a special moment.
You got to just do it yourself sometimes. So I wish that more young professionals just went for it.
But it's really just getting to know the business, building that relationship.
My goal has kind of always been the same, like introduce as many people as possible and just show that music is something you can love and also support. I like to lean into challenges, and so I need to find something that makes me uncomfortable because my growth tends to happen when I'm in those types of positions.
I thought for sure I was going to be a forensic anthropologist. Then as I got into it, I was like, oh, I don't really like dead things and I don't really like bones. So
Our goal has always been to make sure that every child 0 to 5 is healthy, thriving, and ready for school when they get there.
Take on opportunities, say yes to the ones that make sense, make those work, and you'll be amazed at how much perspective, knowledge, everything that you get.
I think being an authentic leader is really important. When you're trying to be like someone else, usually people can tell it's not as effective.
All right, we got 8 to go. Joe, I don't even care if that story is not true. That's the best meet cute moment of all time. I can see a screenplay in your future. All right, our last presenter to bring us home is Tim Quick, who is the Senior Vice President of UMB. Tim is not only the final presenter of the evening, he is also a 2010 40 under 40 honoree. And Tim and I have the same workout regime, if you could tell. I'm just a little earlier in the process.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as a proud sponsor of this incredible event celebrating the outstanding professionals and their achievements today. At UMB Bank, we believe in moments like this because they recognize the people who are helping to move Iowa forward. Iowa continues to be one of the best places to work, raise family, build businesses, and strengthen communities in the country. We are proud to play a role in that progress. UMB Bank is committed to taking mid-market commercial banking to the next level here in Iowa, while also bringing deep expertise in private banking, institutional trust, and a broad range of financial solutions, helping organizations grow across this great state. For more than a century, UMB has believed in doing business the right way by doing what's right and putting people first. And that idea, putting people first, is the foundation of great leadership. When we talk about young professionals, we're not simply talking about people starting off in their careers. We're talking about people that have made a commitment and a decision to take a step forward, take responsibility, and to contribute to something bigger and better than themselves. So today, I'm going to leave the 40 under 40 leaders with 3 themes inspired by words spoken by some remarkable leaders in our history. I'll leave them anonymous and let you guess who said what. Servant leadership. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must first be your servant. Some believe leadership begins with a title, some with authority. But the truth is this: leadership begins with service. The best leaders do not ask, how much power do I have? They ask, how many people can I help succeed? What if leadership isn't about being in charge? What if it's about taking care of all the people within your charge? Second, challenge the process. Never ever be afraid to make some noise and get into good trouble. Necessary trouble. So here it is. Every generation faces a choice. You can accept the world exactly as it is, or you can ask the simple question, why? Why was it done this way? Why is it done this way? Could it be done better? Progress never comes from those who simply want to accept the status quo. On the contrary, it comes from leaders who want to challenge it. So continue to challenge systems. Continue to speak up when something isn't right, and continue to take risk necessary to defend what is right and which demands amazing results within organizations. And yes, you can do both. Because when leaders have the courage to challenge the process and organizations represent, their communities that they serve and organizations move forward and win. Last, know your why. The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you discover why. And I think this event is a testament to discovering your why. Each of us are given talents, opportunities, and moments that shape who we become. Discovering your why is not a race. It's not a destination. It's a lifelong commitment and journey to becoming better, serving others, and leaving organizations better than you found them. So to you 40 under 40 honorees tonight, continue to lead with service, passion, and heart. Continue to challenge the process and to pursue your purpose and why. Because leadership is not measured by titles, it's measured by the lives you impact, the organizations that you strengthen, and the communities that you serve and leave them better than you found them. Iowa's future will not be written by chance. It will be written by leaders like you, people who are willing to step up and step forward, serve others, challenge what's broken, and build something better. So if tonight is any indication of what's to come, I think the future of Iowa is in very good hands. Congratulations to each of you. We are proud to celebrate you tonight. With that, our last group, and they saved the best for last. All right. Eric Tubbs. Eric is a shareholder and attorney in the business, finance, and real estate department at Nyemaster Good. He has been recognized by the best lawyers in America, an honor awarded to the top 3% of lawyers globally for corporate law, mergers, and acquisitions. Eric is a participant in the Greater Des Moines Leadership Institute and the West Des Moines Leadership Academy. He serves on the boards of Polk County Early Childhood, Iowa, and Lead DSM. He earned his JD from the University of Iowa College of Law and Bachelor of Science in Marketing from Iowa State University College of Business. Eric is married to Mackenzie Tubbs and is the father of Matthew, age 2. He is 37 years old. Eric, are you ready for your question? All right. If you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
This is the one I was hoping I wasn't going to get because I'm going to cry. But it definitely had to be my wedding day. Married to the most amazing woman in the world, Mackenzie, and it was the happiest day of my life, and I'd live it over and over again every day if I could. Thank you.
All right, our next honoree, Cheyenne Vanderwall. Cheyenne Vanderwall is a commercial relationship manager at Vision Bank. She serves on the board of directors for Crew Iowa, advancing women in commercial real estate through mentorship, leadership development, and professional networking. Cheyenne is a graduate of the Ankeny Leadership Institute and has participated in Lead DSM and the Greater Des Moines Leadership Institute. She actively engages in community service, organizing Vision Bank's teams for Meals for the Heartland, supporting Alpha Women's Center fundraising, including a company-wide food drive for DMARC, and volunteering with Junior Achievement, including BizTown and student career outreach programs. She attended Upper Iowa University, earning a degree in business, and holds college certifications in corporate finance management. Cheyenne has 2 children, Scarlett, age 11, and Sage, age 3. She's 34 years old. Are you ready for your question? All right. What is one of your proudest accomplishments?
What a rush. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you all for the 40 under 40. It has been an absolute honor being next to you. And then I want to give a quick thank you to every single one of my family and friends, my colleagues and my mentors that are here tonight. You're the best cheerleaders, and you remind me who I am on the days that I forget. One of my proudest accomplishments, I would say, is easy. It's being a mama to Scarlett and Sage. I am blessed with the responsibility of showing them what strength and stability looks like, and also embarrassing them every chance that I can get. Thank you.
All right, our next honoree, Val Viock. Val Viock is the owner of Bing's, a gift store that is consistently voted the best in Des Moines. She founded the City of West Des Moines' first Pride event, Valley Junction Pride, and is affiliate director of I Support the Girls Iowa, coordinated the donation of over 100,000 personal care items to people in need in 2025. Val uses her platform to advocate for human rights, women's rights, and the small business community. She earned a Bachelor of Arts and a Master's of Science in Organizational Leadership from Grandview University. Val is married to Chelsea Dexter, and they have a newborn son, Ollie. She is 33 years old. Are you ready? What is your best advice you have received when starting out your career?
The best advice I received when starting out my career was to find the people who are doing the hard things and to learn from them and to ask for advice from them and find whoever is inspiring you and then be that mentor for someone else and continue the line of leadership and inspiration to the next generation.
All right, our next honoree, Calla Whip. Calla is a director of marketing and public relations for the Des Moines Symphony, where she helps bring high-quality music experiences to Central Iowa. She has also developed music programs that reach and impact hundreds of children each school year. Outside of work, Calla is active in tennis, serving as a captain and player on several USTA teams. She earned a Bachelor of Music and Elective Studies in Business and a Bachelor of Business and Marketing from Drake University. Calla is 39 years old. Here is your question. What is the significance of the photo on the screen?
Okay, well, I'm kind of happy with this question. This is me when I was, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years old, and I think it's a pretty good indicator of what was to come, but I didn't know it at the time. So I am so fortunate to be working and living every day doing something that I'm really passionate about, and I think it started really young. Actually, one of the favorite stories in my family is that apparently at the very first concert I ever went to, I stood up afterward and like yelled, "When I grow up, I want to be a horner," which I don't really know what that is. But here we are. And so that's the beginning of it all, I guess.
All right, our next honoree, Amy Wise. Amy is Vice President and Treasury Management Relationship Manager at Community State Bank. She serves on the board of Variety, the children's charity of Iowa, and participates on committees for Rose and Rye and 2 Days of Compassion. In 2025, Amy contributed more than 120 hours of volunteer service to nonprofit organizations across Greater Des Moines. She also organized and executed a VIP fundraising event for Variety, fundraising over $12,000 to support local children's initiatives, and has represented her organization on multiple community committees, strengthening partnerships and advancing strategic objectives. She earned a degree in culinary arts from Des Moines Community College and a bachelor's degree in hospitality administration, and minor in food and beverage from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Amy is married to Aaron Wise. They have two children, Finley Lynn, age 6, and River Ray, age 3. She's 38 years old. Here is your question. What is something not many people know about you?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here, to my friends, my colleagues, everyone. I really appreciate it. To my class, thanks for putting up with me. Sorry, this is who you got. So, but I promise we did save the best for last, and the poker table will still be there, I promise, by the time we're done. So I would say, something that people don't know about me is that I did go to UNLV in Las Vegas for college. So the joke is I traded the cornfields for the neon lights of Las Vegas, and I did turn 21 in Las Vegas, and it was a great experience. I did graduate less than the normal year as well. It was a 7-year average, 7 years for people to basically graduate. I did it within 4.5, so I was pretty proud. But it was kind of a unique situation. I ended up moving back the day after I graduated because Vegas was a great place, but not a place to raise a family. So I moved back, and that's where my parents were at, and I love it ever since.
All right, our next honoree, Josh Woodvine. Josh is Chief Distribution Officer at Salmons Financial Group. He is an active participant in United Way of Central Iowa as a Tocqueville Society member and serves on the board of Des Moines Performing Arts. Josh is also involved in trade associations and industry initiatives focused on increasing retirement readiness for underserved markets and communities. He enjoys volunteering at his church, Lutheran Church of Hope. He earned a bachelor's degree from Central College and an MBA from Iowa State University. Josh is married to Beth Woodvine, and they have 3 children, Charlie, age 5, Henry, age 3, and Emmy, age 1. He is 36 years old. Your question. What is the best advice you've received when starting out your career?
Thank you. Actually, before I started, just wanted to say thank you to Beth for everything. My wife, Beth, there's nothing that can be done without a spouse or someone supporting you in this world. And I think Beth has done that more than I've ever expected out of anyone in my life. So thank you, Beth, for everything. Just in terms of, and actually, I'm so sorry. I wanted to get that out. I already forgot the question. And this actually reminds me of our wedding day. I was so excited about it that I actually got halfway through our vows and had to have my sister, who was officiating it, give me the words multiple times. So sorry about that.
What is the best advice you've received?
All right. Well, I got to give Bryce Bicklin, who's also in the room, the shout out on this one. So the best advice I ever got, I remember Bryce met me when I was probably 24, 25 years old. I had been, in the corporate world for like 2 years, family-owned company, first time in corporate America. I moved to Des Moines from a very small town. And I just remember not really knowing what to expect. When you grow up in a small town, I'm from Panora, you look around and you don't really know what you want to be. You could be a teacher, you could be a farmer, you could work construction. You don't really know what opportunities are out there. I got into Des Moines, I got into the corporate world, and I had a mentor. I worked for him most of the 12 years I've been at Salmons. And I remember one of the things that I appreciate about him that I've taken from day one is no matter how tough a situation is, no matter how difficult it is, find the silver lining, find the opportunity. That's one of his skills and one of the things that's always stayed with me. So thank you, Bryce, as well.
All right, our next honoree, Derek Zarn. Derek is the Director of Marketing Communications for the City of Urbandale. He has served 6 years on the Urbandale Food Pantry Board, including 2 years as board president, helping guide the organization through a pivotal growth phase toward a larger, more community-centered model. In his role, Derek has modernized local government communications, making complex information clearer, more accessible, and more useful for residents. He has led digital improvements to reduce friction for residents engaging with the city and translates high-stake public initiatives into plain language, compelling storytelling that builds trust, increases participation, and highlights the value of public service. He earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Iowa State University. Derek is 36 years old. Here is your question. If you could relive one fun or memorable moment, what would it be and why?
Well, this picture is a great one. The first time I ever decided to leave the country, I decided Egypt was the place that I wanted to go. My mom was like, maybe you should go somewhere easier like Europe or I don't know. But I said, no, I really need to know if aliens built these pyramids or not. So that's the picture up there. Thanks.
All right, the best for last. Sarah Zeidler. Sarah is Executive Director of Oncology Services at Unity Point Health John Stoddard Cancer Center, a role she has held for more than 11 years, leading the development of multiple new programs and services. She serves on the YMCA Supportive Housing Campus Advisory Board, has been elected member of the Iowa Cancer Consortium Board since 2021, and is a member of the American Heart Association Central Iowa Board. She earned a Bachelor's of Business Administration from the University of Wisconsin-Madison and a Master of Health Care Administration from the University of Minnesota. Sarah is married to Hayden Zeidler, and they have 2 children, Oliver, age 8, and Addison, age 5. She is 39 years old. Are you ready for your question? All right. What advice do you have for the next generation of Central Iowa business leaders?
Well, first, thanks everyone for hanging out to to the end, to the Z's. The advice I would have for Central Iowa business leaders would be to really be your authentic self, be genuine in your leadership. We don't need clones of each other. We need diversity in opinion, life experience, perspective. So be yourself and you'll go far.
Thank you, sir. Well, there you have it. That's our class of 2026. Can we give one big round of applause for our 40s? Thank you to the 40s for everything you've done, and I know that you're going to continue to do, and let the words of Scott Racker earlier today, there's not a better person for you to measure yourself against, and his approach to what he did after being a 40 under 40 is something I hope you take with you as we go forward. I'd also like to thank our sponsors one last time: Delta Dental, Ide Bailey, Flynn Wright, the University of Iowa, Tippie College of Business, UMB, Prairie Meadows, and Willis Auto. Can we give them one big round of applause as well? Nominations for the 2027 class of 40 under 40 are going to open on December 1st, and you can do that at businessrecord40.com. If you know somebody that you think should be nominated, please do so. As much as we rely on judges to help us select the honorees, they can only judge the nominations that have been submitted. So please help tell us about the folks that you know are deserving of recognition and maybe a little extra bump to help on the way of the things that they're trying to accomplish as well. I just want to give a huge thank you to our incredible BPC team. This is our largest event of the year with over 750 people here tonight. From nominations in December that Jason helps manage, also a special shout out to Emily Wood and the Business Record editorial and design teams for the fantastic issue that's on your table. It's a huge process to put that together. Dwayne Tinke for his stunning photography, our seasoned sales executives, and of course, Stacy Thompson and Andrea Rodriguez for their seamless execution of tonight's event. Can you give them a big round of applause as well? And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for being here tonight. The 40s here wouldn't be here. So many of them, as you heard and saw, they pointed back to their family, to their friends, their colleagues, their mentors. They wouldn't be here without you and without the role that you've played in their lives and career. They do hard work. Many of them are working to solve some of the toughest problems and challenges this community faces, and they're choosing to solve those challenges. And you being for them is critical for our region to advance and for those solutions to be found and to be aided forward. You'll hear me talk all the time about the role of the Business Record and DSM Magazine. We don't like to just point at problems. A lot of news organizations, they say there's the problem. We will talk about problems. We need to hear those problems, but then we want to help find solutions, and we want to help talk and elevate the people that are working to find those solutions. So again, I'll end like I did earlier tonight. If you have a way, if there's a one step that you can do to help take one of these 40s, take them under your wing in some fashion, and advance one of the priorities that they have for this community. I know we're going to be living in a community that 40 years from now, we're going to be in a place where we're continuing to advance leadership in this community. So thank you again for attending. Thank you for supporting them and the energy that they put into this community. Have a great evening. And in the words of Scott Racker, enjoy the miracle of now and tonight. Thank you.